Hello everyone, this is Tuba Mirza and welcome to Recoding. Today, we are going to learn how to perform session inside Deno. Session is a temporary and interactive information interchange between your browser and server. We can establish a session when we want to or delete it as per requirement. Session helps in many scenarios like login user, storing user card data and much more. In this video, we are using cookie-based sessions, so without further ado, let's get started. First, we need to import Oak module, which will help to run HTTP server and provide application and router layer. Then we can import a view engine, as inside it we are going to require it. Engine factory, adapter factory, and type its URL. Now let's initiate our application and router. Then we can set our engine as EJS engine. And then set our adapter as Oak adapter, as we are using Oak to run our server. Then pass our view engine configuration inside our application middleware. Now let's create a router path which will handle root path as router.get. Inside it pass root path as /, then pass a async function which will have context as parameter, then inside our function. Render our EJS file as context.render function, then pass index.ejs file. We can later create our index.ejs. Now let's pass our router as middleware inside our app as app.userouter.route and app.userouter.allowedroutes. Then let our app to listen to port 8000. And console log our server. Now create an index.ejs file. And inside it type our HTML boilerplate code. Then pass this is session page inside h1 tag. Now let's open a terminal and type Denon. Then type dash for allowing all the flags and unstable tag, as we are using unstable module. Then type a file name as app.ts. Now open up our browser and type localhost and add port 8000. And here you can see that our data has appeared. Now let's import session module from its URL. Inside it, we need session class. Now initialize our session class as const session equals new session and pass framework oak. Then await for our session to start. And then pass our session inside our app. Now inside our index.ejs file, let's create a form with method of post to action as add user. Then inside it, create an input tag which is a type of text which is name of user ID. We can also add placeholder. Then create another input which is type of submit. Then inside our app.ts file, let's create a method to handle our post request on path add user. Router.post. Inside the function, pass the add user URL. Then create an async function. Then inside it, we are going to request from body our content type, which is in the form of text as application www form URL encoded version. Then we can get a user ID from the form body which is stored in user ID. Then we can set our session as context.state.session.set. Inside it, we need to pass the value as key value pair. So we store as user ID. And after saving a session, we can redirect to another page named as session. Then create a get method to handle session path. Inside it, we first need to check that if our session is stored inside the browser or not. If not, we can again redirect it to root path. Or if not, we can render another page by fetching the session. As const get user ID equals await context.state.session.get. Then pass a variable which we use to store our user ID. Now let's pass this data inside our render function as an object. Then we can create session.ejs file. Inside it, we just show our session data. We can type our HTML boilerplate code with title as session page. Now hop inside a browser type session. Inside a URL will not show anything. As we already mentioned that if there is no session stored, we don't show anything. Now type inside our input box and press submit button. And here you can see that our session data passes. The data of our session remains even if we close our browser and again open it. If we close our server and again open it, our session will be lost. We can handle it but in some other video. We can also configure our session to work for specific path. We can also make it work only for HTTP request and also secure it. We can also set its maximum age. So this is how we can build session using Deno session module. Stay tuned as in the next video we are going to build user registration system. For now I'm signing off. We'll see you in the next video.